Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to tell you today about why we should admire Jan Smuts. And here's why. Okay, a little bit of background information first. Okay, they interviewed his great grandson Philip Byers at the Jan Smuts home. It was a really good interview. You can check it out on YouTube. And okay, Philip's grandmother was Jan Smuts' daughter, and Philip's grandmother was the first child that Jan and his wife had that didn't die as an infant. They had 3 children before her. 2 died in 1897 in infancy, and then 1 died in 1901. But Philip Byers' grandmother was born, and she lived a long life. And after that, I believe Jan, who was known as Obas, his family calls him Obas, and they called his wife Oma. Well, Obas and Oma had, I believe, 6 other children, but they had a big family after that. And when these 3 children died during infancy, Jan Smuts was fighting in the Boer War. The Boer War was going on, and he was fighting with the Afrikaners, because he was an Afrikaner, against the British. And the great-grandson made an excellent point. After the war, he was bitter. He hated the British for what they did in the Boer War, but he got over it. He decided he needed to look towards the future, that he needed to forgive the UK for what happened, and to move forward. And that was kind of his motto, was to move forward. And Jan Smuts had a dream of a unified South Africa. He wanted a unified South Africa, and he knew the only way to do that was to be able to get on the good side of the British. Jan Smuts, after he decided not to hate the British anymore, he helped unite South Africa, and it was an independent South Africa. It was called the Union of South Africa, and it remained in the British Commonwealth of Nations, but at the same time it was its own independent nation. And Jan Smuts also was touched and deeply moved by the suffering of the Jewish people. The Jewish people suffered greatly under Hitler, and Jan Smuts knew Christian Zionism because he grew up a devout Christian. That's why he supported the Balfour Declaration so the Jews could have their own home. The reason he supported the Jews having their own home was because he did not want to see them exterminated like they were about to be in Nazi Germany or in the Nazi-occupied territories. And I believe Jan Smuts was right on that. Jan Smuts had a feeling of what was right and what was wrong. He had convictions on a lot of things. And when he decided not to hate the UK, he felt sorry for others, wanted to help others, and in some cases of self-indulgence, as the great-grandson points out, felt sorry for himself, which did happen. Probably shouldn't have happened, feeling sorry for yourself, but that did happen to him occasionally. But we all do it, whether we admit it or not. We all do it as human beings. A lot of times we do, but we shouldn't. Okay, and he also took a tour around the Jan Smuts house. He showed the cameraman, the interviewer, a tour of the Jan Smuts home. And between 1948 and 1994, the apartheid government wanted to take it over, but the Smuts family wanted to keep it independent because the apartheid government hated Jan Smuts. And they wanted to keep some parts of his history out, particularly when Jan Smuts took it to the Nazis and decided to align with the UK. And like I said, it's an excellent interview. It's about a 50-minute long interview, but it's an excellent interview, and you won't get bored. And he had dreams of a unified South Africa. He also had dreams of world peace, which is one reason he founded the League of Nations. And the League of Nations didn't work because Woodrow Wilson withdrew the U.S. from the League of Nations. But the dream was to try to have world peace. And the reason the UN was, he helped find the UN after World War II is because he wanted world peace and not start a second World War, but at the same time be able to stand up to evil. And I thought that was an excellent thing that Jan Smuts did. And I believe that's why we should admire him. He had convictions of right and wrong. He believed in world peace, but at the same time standing up to evil. And he was also the one who decided to ally South Africa with the UK in World War I as well. And as I pointed out in previous videos, Austria and Germany were to blame for World War I, not the UK. The UK gained some meaningless possessions after World War I. The UK didn't gain much at all, and the UK did not decide to enter World War I until Germany and Austria-Hungary invaded and conquered neutral Belgium. So Jan Smuts was right to side with the UK during World War I. So thumbs up to him for that. Anyways, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.